Sweet, whoa. Dark Knight, freaking fire range. And welcome to some Call of Duty Black Ops 4 on the PC, by the way, y'all. As you can tell, we're playing some TDM, which is honestly, I did cover this in yesterday's video of Black Ops 4. Probably like the only mode you can actually join and actually find a match. Oh, what is it on the game when it comes to playing on PC? I mean, getting it for cheap off humble bundles, like monthly subscription, you know, for just, I guess, the 12 bucks if, you know, you're a recruiting person, unless you get that sweet discount, what is it, in your email or whatever that I talked about in the last video. Or if you're a first time user to humble monthly, I believe it's like 7 or 9 or something like that, so you get like a heavy discount for your first time trial. And you could get the battle edition of the game pretty cheap, so, you know, if you actually felt like getting this game on the PC to give it out a try, you know, maybe play the game in a higher resolution, higher graphics, or you just feel like playing it on PC. Maybe you really love the game, and you don't mind waiting freaking 30 minutes just to find a single game. Unless you're playing Team Deathmatch, you could probably just wait like a minute. Then this game is perfect for you. Or if you want to go ahead and do solo and play zombies, what is it, a lot better, then you could go ahead and upgrade for 20 bucks after you get it off the humble monthly. For just 20 bucks more on Blizzard to get standard to include zombies, because the humble version doesn't include zombies because it's the battle edition of the game. But obviously, you could get the battle edition of the game and then just do the upgrade process, which is another 20, and you're basically getting the game still discounted because it's like, you know, it's 30 instead of spending 60 for the game. So, yeah. And, you know, it's kind of nice because then you get like the full experience of this game. But, man, I was really trying to play One in the Chamber, but, you know, if I was on the console recording right now, I'm playing on the console. Honestly, I would have found the lobby like almost instantly on my PS4. Even on the Xbox, I'm pretty sure I would have found a lobby almost instantly for the Lone Wolf Mosh Pit to hopefully get lucky to playing Gun Game or what is it, One in a Chamber. But on the PC, I can't even find a lobby with even one person in there. So it's really disappointing, and it's not just that playlist, but a lot of the playlists on this game, like Prop Hunt on here, what is it, freaking some of the hardcore modes and all that, like you just can't find lobbies with players a lot of the times. There's times where you can, and times where it will be instant, but majority of the time, you're just going to be resorted back to just playing Team Deathmatch every single time, because you just can't find players at all. And there may be a lot of people out there saying, oh no, that's some bullshit, I play this game every fucking day, and I always play every freaking mode that I can, there's always people instant. Well, congratulations, you know I like a freaking shitty Call of Duty, and that's probably why you get lucky and find players, because you're on it 24/7, and you're most likely on it line during the time where a lot of the huge majority of people that are actually home and not busy with work or school online, and that's probably why. I mean, for me, I'm actually recording this before I end up heading to work actually for the day. So, however, I'm probably going to be starting to upload this like once I get back, so it'll be released probably late. So if you're watching this late night, that's probably why, but I mean, congrats on you for finding a lobby, but for most people, you know, trying to get into the game and just hop into a match really quickly, it's not very likely. I mean, unless you're just lucky and you get on the game at the right time when people are actually on. Unlike playing on the console, where it doesn't matter what time you get on, you just get on and you find a game. I haven't actually tried zombies once yet, so I don't know about the zombies, but I know that's a huge thing for the multiplayer. And that's the thing is, I haven't even tried Blackout either on this, and if Blackout is the exact same, where you can't even find a lobby for Blackout, that's going to be really disappointing, because this game is focused on being, you know, strictly just multiplayer, more than what is focused with the zombie mode, and they completely didn't even make a campaign for the game, because they were focused more on multiplayer. And this game, in particular, out of previous Call of Duties, Black Ops 4 is focused more to be of a game that people should have bought on the PC compared to the console, because on how more multiplayer focused it is targeted to. You know, how they focused a lot more on like the multiplayer aspect of the game. And I mean, for a Call of Duty that's being more focused on multiplayer and making sure the game is way more optimized on PC, it's actually rather disappointing that this game is not doing so well when it comes to its player base at all. Like, I would still recommend picking up the game if you really want it for, you know, a pretty good cheap price, right? And not just that, but if you do it through the Humble Monthly, this ain't the only game you're gonna be getting anyways. It's just the first game you unlock. You're gonna be getting a whole bunch of other games unlocked in like 20 so days. So, you know, yeah, you'll probably get like at least 7 or 8 more games, which is quite nice. So, yeah, I mean, I'll totally do it for that. But if you, this just happens to be the first game that you unlock instant though, but, I mean, it's still though, like, even if you didn't do the Humble Monthly thing or whatever, or let's say, just in general, the game itself, let's say you bought this game on day 1 when this came out, let's say you actually paid $60 for this game just now for some random reason, because you didn't know you could have gotten it cheaper. I honestly feel bad for those people that actually spend shit ton of money on this game, because on like the first, you know, I guess month or weeks or whatever that this game has been out, you definitely were able to find lobbies and find players to play with, right? Like, I mean, you'll find lobbies full of players. Nowadays, well, you're really stuck trying to find a single lobby. I mean, in the very beginning, you probably would have been in the match instantly. As soon as you load up your game, you click to go ahead and click, I don't know, freaking Free For All Gun Game or anything like that, you would have found a match, right? You probably even would have found a lobby for TDM instantly. Now, for TDM, it's like, usually you're waiting like less than a minute, but sometimes you're waiting like a full minute, or it could be longer or something. It just really depends, honestly. Like, before this recording that you're watching right now, this firing range that I'm playing in, which is the first game I play for tonight, for this video and everything. What is it? Before I end up heading to work. I actually spent probably like a good 20 minutes going into different freaking playlists, trying to find a lobby, and not a single playlist allowed me to get into a actual lobby at all, besides like 2 of them, I believe, and I got matched up with either 1 person or 2 people, but it wasn't enough to start the actual game at all. So I ended up backing out, and it took me like I would say, what, 2 minutes to get into a team deathmatch, and this is the team deathmatch that I'm playing in now. And luckily, it was also a match that was brand new, that hasn't been started yet, so I guess that was nice. But yeah, I mean, such a shame that the most recent Call of Duty that we have that's focused towards multiplayer more than what it is to having like a storyline or to having like a really solid, amazing, you know, zombie experience, they just go ahead and, well, they give you shit, honestly. I mean, I personally don't even like anything of the multiplayer on the way that it's like more focused to being like an Overwatch copy when it comes to like their specialists abilities and stuff like that. I mean, that's kind of annoying. Black Ops 3 did it a little bit more better, where you didn't have to worry about reviving yourself every single time you get shot up and all that. You also, not just that, but like a lot of the stuff in the customized class, you have to literally go ahead and grind the hell out of this game just so you even be able to make a better class or to get certain unlocks. Like, I mean, for example, let's say a frag grenade. You can't get a frag grenade until you're like level 40. Previous Call of Duties, you were able to get a freaking goddamn frag grenade. What is it? Like probably instantly. Like it was already in a default class before you even unlocked creator class, and even after unlocking creator class, you would have already had a frag grenade unlocked. In this game, you have to go ahead and actually reach like freaking 40 just to unlock a freaking frag grenade. That's stupid. That's really fucking stupid. It ruins the game. You know, there's a lot of times where you're running through a building and you want to toss a quick frag. Hopefully you could go ahead and clear out that room, do like a breach and clear, basically, you know, and you can't do that. Another thing is the matching in this game is a lot worse than previous games. In previous games, you were able to actually get matched with similar people in your certain ranking or level. For example, for me, I'm a new player to this game. I barely got in the game, you know, just a few days ago through Humble Monthly, and I barely just got to level 7. However, I keep getting matched with people that are like super, who are already like max prestige and are like in those green or yellow, whatever colors of being like 100 plus or whatnot levels, and then there's people that are just prestige like 1 or 2 or whatever, or there's people that are at least in their like 50s or whatever. You know, they could prestige but they choose not to, right? So that's actually another thing that's like such a shame, is a lot of these people already have better weapons, they already got like better gear and everything, they got a lot of stuff unlocked. I don't. Yeah, I still have to play against these people, so it kind of sucks. Previous games, they didn't do so great on the matching either, but they definitely were better than what this game does. Like, I mean, it's funny because the last video I was kind of talking about the same certain things about this game, and now I'm going a little bit more in detail or a little more harsh on the game, because like it's still a good, enjoyable, fun game for those like diehard fans of Call of Duty. It's just, for me, I mean, it was really disappointing because I grew up actually playing Call of Duty with family, with cousins and everything, and not even playing multiplayer online either. Freaking offline, you know, split screen multiplayer. And I remember just playing standard, just, you know, TDM with family and all that, right? Or we would do like, you know, 1v1 quick scopy matches and whatnot, right? And we played the classics, traditional Call of Duties, like Modern Warfare 2 as an example, Modern Warfare 3, like, you know, some of the good games, you know, in the old days, on the PS3 and Xbox 360 days, man. And those were some of the greatest times ever, and those games were super fun. Those were the games that got me into playing Call of Duty, and one of the biggest things that I really loved out of those games was the campaign, the storyline. I always enjoyed actually being able to play a campaign more than what I ever enjoyed playing multiplayer. So when this Call of Duty got announced that they were just getting rid of multiplayer just to add a battle royale mode, that was really disappointing, because yeah, the battle royale is cool on its concept and cool how they created it and everything, but it's definitely not worth $60 fucking. It definitely is not. Like, shit, man. For once, Call of Duty should have had added that as like just a standard mode in multiplayer. It should not been a separated mode, you know, in the lobby, in the main menu screen when you launch this game. That really should just be a mode, like a playlist that you selected multiplayer, more than what it should have been a main selling point for this game, to be honest. Because I mean, I'm pretty sure they could have continued the storyline from Black Ops 3 here on Black Ops 4 and made it so much more better. Especially, the only thing that you have that's close to being like a story is actually the story to some of the operators in the game. And honestly, you could have made a full-fledged campaign out of the mini story missions of the operators, instead of just making them like simple background and like, I don't know, freaking missions like Rainbow. They have like the same concept of the background stories to what Rainbow Six Siege does. And they could have just made it a full-fledged campaign instead for the operators, instead of just like doing these 1 or 2 mission things and like one quick online match for them. That would have been so much more better, so much more enjoyable, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people would have probably bought this game more, especially on the PC when you can't find a lobby for multiplayer. At the very least, you could go ahead and replay the campaign, you know, and a much nicer looking, you know, a resolution and, you know, higher textures and everything. That would have been really cool of an experience, you know. Get to feel like you're actually part of it a little more. And as for zombies, I mean, man, I kind of wish that the PC version also had the ability to actually add custom maps, you know, actually had mod tool support, because we had the very old school World at War on PC. One of the first Call of Duties that actually had custom modded zombies, and then we get Black Ops 3 that has custom modded zombies. It would have been nice if they actually did custom modded zombies for Black Ops 4, but sadly, it doesn't have it as we know it currently. Who knows if there's people out there in the PC community that will probably force it to have mod support, because we got some smart people out there that probably might go ahead and be able to do it. Or maybe Call of Duty, aka Treyarch, could actually decide to do it, you know. Maybe they could decide to update the game before they just start updating it. and at least add the ability to mod the game on PC to get custom zombies for the PC version. But they probably won't do that because in general, I'm pretty sure they'd rather just go ahead and keep making maps and just start charging people for them. Or if they were to go ahead and even add mod support, so they didn't do it on the previous Call of Duty, like Black Ops 3, that had mod support. But who knows? Maybe if they add mod support in Black Ops 4, they probably might make it to where you have to pay for your goddamn mods. They probably go ahead and make it to where you can get custom maps, but you're gonna have to start paying. They're probably gonna do that. I know Skyrim recently did that on like the console versions, where there's like paid mods for Skyrim, and I'm pretty sure, you know, Activision and Treyarch might just go ahead and start doing that just to go ahead and get more money out of people. I mean, they charge people for a freaking red dot site in this game. They go ahead and charge people for a whole bunch of skins and everything, so I mean, why wouldn't they charge you for zombie mats? You know, something that people actually would buy, right? I'm pretty sure they want more money, so I wouldn't be surprised. But like, besides a lot of these like disappointing factors to this game, it's still overall a much smoother experience on the PC, and it's definitely still, so whenever you're actually able to join a match and actually play, you're gonna have, you know, a much smoother experience, you know, less laggy frames, because you'll be over 60 if you have a really good PC that handles this game pretty well. It's really nicely optimized. You do get those better resolutions. What is it, like, you know, maybe 2K or 4K if you know want to go ahead and play at those res, and obviously you could go ahead and, you know, play at nicer, sharper looking textures as well. So yeah. Ooh. And I mean, where this game would go ahead and do best in will probably just be that blackout mode, where instead of having to be playing with a controller, you could go ahead and do keyboard and mouse, of course, since you're on the PC. Or you could go ahead and be like me and still play with a controller, because I still prefer a controller over keyboard and mouse, because I'm terrible with keyboard and mouse. And for all those people that think I'm handicapping myself for using a controller, no, you're wrong. It's called user preference, right? And I tell you this, but I mean, there's many people out there that are really good at using a controller, and they could go ahead and destroy any person using the keyboard and mouse with ease. Just the same way, and it works the same way with keyboard and mouse against a person with a controller. It could be a person that knows that knows the keyboard really good and could destroy anybody with a controller with ease. It just depends on the user's preference and how well they know how to use the preferred peripherals. You know, if you know how to use the controller really well, you could shred people. If you know how to use a keyboard and mouse really well, you could shred people. And I mean, any person could choose to go ahead and, you know, swap peripherals at any time. You know, they could choose to learn how to use a different peripheral at any time if they want to. They don't have to, but they can. For example, if I really wanted to learn how to get better at playing keyboard and mouse on PC, I definitely will go ahead and take the time to do so. I just don't really feel like it, because I don't really care for using the keyboard and mouse so much on most games. You know, most games I still prefer just using my controller. There's a lot of games that still use keyboard and mouse in, but, or at least there is some games I would use keyboard and mouse in, but definitely not a lot of my games. Most games I have more fun with my controller. That's just the way I prefer to play my games, and that's the way I'm going to continue playing my games. So for any of you of those that are going to be in the comments with keyboard warriors saying how I'm terrible or whatnot, well, I don't give a fuck, to be honest. And I don't see why you should give a fuck, because it's not even you playing the game, it's me playing the game. So you shouldn't give a shit. If anything, you should be freaking happy because I'm helping you get easy kills. You know, because you're probably the one that actually sucks at the game more than what I do, and you need me to use a controller just so that you can actually get a kill with your fucking keyboard and mouse. So basically, I could just go ahead and use my controller as an insult towards all of you. So joke's on you. I just give you easy kills. And I already know I'm bad at any game anyway, so I mean, to me, I don't really care. But yeah, that's really it for tonight's video. You know, we played 2 matches of Team Deathmatch. We went ahead and talked about how this game sucks. Or at least the PC version of the game sucks, I guess. Or, I mean, it doesn't fully suck, but at the same time it does. It's just like, I'm really neutral with this game. Like, I mean, I hate it and I like it. I am more disappointed of having to rebuy it on the PC, because I actually spent like $110 on the console because I pre-ordered it for $1, and I actually got the season pass for it. and I wasn't even able to just upgrade my edition of the game, so I had to buy the season pass instead of being able to upgrade. So it's just like complete bullshit. So yeah. But other than that, I mean, hope y'all enjoyed the video. What is it? And that's really about it. If you want to go ahead and pick up the game for yourself, consider clicking the cards or the link in the description to the Humble Monthly, where you could go ahead and get this game, you know, and for a lot cheaper than what you will be able to get it without Humble Monthly, honestly, because this game is still selling for $60, especially on PC. You definitely want to get it cheaper if you can, so I'll consider actually using Humble Monthly right now, as it's currently, you know, well, pretty cheap to get it, plus you get more games when they unlock. But other than that, hope you enjoy, and let me know what you think about this game. Do you still enjoy this game? Do you not enjoy this game? Are you actually able to find players on the PC version? Are you not? Overall, welcome to Call of Duty Black Ops 4 on PC. Peace out, #FURRYPACK. RockSteve.